Hello everyone, this is Fine from Tech Gaming Villa. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the 55-inch brand new LG's flagship OLED LG G5, which always draws high praise. And the OLED G5 is the pinnacle of classic OLED performance. Sure, that sound is a little thin, correctable with a soundbar, and the new remote's layout is perplexing, but that's all nitpicking against one of the 2025's most impressive TVs. Whether you are watching TV or movies or putting your hand to gaming, the OLED G5 is a master at all without compromise. The generational leap in brightness is impressive, but it's the naturalistic pictures and unmatched black level control that delivers pictures so sumptuous that they will be hard to beat by any flagship OLED. If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Awesome Tech Gaming Pro, where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater, graphics card. You can check and subscribe. LG G5 represents such a shift as I've learned from this TV. Indeed, the LG G5's new multi-layer OLED technology, which replaces the MLA, micro lens array type of its outgoing G4 predecessor. There's plenty of thicker control though. So if you want eye-blistering peaks for your gaming sessions, which is best supported thanks to 4 HDMI 2.1 ports and processing that feature proofs for 165 Hz, or to select filmmaker mode for perfect home cinema visuals, the OLED G5 does it all. LG OLED G5 is available now with that new multi-layer panel type, and its brightest output capabilities available in sizes from 55-inch to 83-inch. This is the 55-inch model. That's a new 48-inch model too, which also adopts the new panel type, but it's not quite as bright and 144 Hz limited. The 97-inch model, meanwhile, doesn't offer the new panel type, so it's less bright again. So it's akin to an LG OLED G2 with new processing power, which is up to 120 Hz maximum. Let's talk about its price. The 48-inch LG G5 currently priced on UK €1,800, 55-inch price €2,400, and in USA, this is €2,500. 65-inch, €3,300, but on USA, it is $3,400. 77-inch, €4,500 on UK, but in USA, it is $4,500. 83-inch, €7,000, and in US, it is $6,500. And the mammoth 97-inch LG G5 price on UK is €25,000 and $25,000 on US, which is massively expensive. As you can also see, I have included model numbers in that table. It's not that for the UK market, a W at the end refers to a wall mount in the box, while S refers to a stand mount being included. In the USA, the WUA models are designed for wall mounting only, but you can purchase a sword separately, stand if you prefer. The 48-inch model, however, seems absent from this market. In Australia, is all to be confirmed at the time of this video. As I mentioned, the key difference in the LG G5 versus the LG G4 predecessor is a totally new 4-layer stacked OLED panel type. LG calls it Brightness Booster Ultimate, not so for the 48 and 97-inch models though, which can offer a 40% brightness leap generation on generation. Powering everything behind the scenes is the Alpha 11 4K AI processor Gen 2, which brings some new artificial intelligence enhancements. Plus AI upscaling, genre and scene recognition, dynamic tone mapping improvements, and even object enhancing processing to enhance depth of field perception. The included remote also gets a minor overhaul, with the microphone button replaced by an AI one to engage with the built-in chatbot, while the source input button has changed to an LG ThinQ one. However, I have found the chatbot of little use when manually opening it in the web operating system. You can ask it to make quick adjustment settings via voice, and the ThinQ method of accessing source inputs is frustratingly slow. The press and hold method to bring up the HDMI sources is just ill concept. A single press button would be far more convenient. I get the idea to have the TV act as a home hub with control of Matter and Google Home products as applicable, but it's yet another layer to have to engage with. It feels like a clashing implementation rather than a harmonious one if you ask me, but software updates would refine this in the future. The latest webOS 25 system does have a nicely though out take on users, though with voice recognition allowing multiple family members to have their own profiles, preferences, layouts, and picture type preferences, which you can also set up using an AI wizard. The concept of this AI setup picking a series of favorites from visual prompts is logical, but I have not found its application all that practical thereafter. The one size fits all doesn't work for picture quality really. Using AI to recognize content works better in my view, which I must add the LG G5 can and does do, especially when it comes to say recognizing a 4K Blu-ray player source and automatically shifting to filmmaker mode. For 2025, webOS brings a fairly considerable shift in how LG is undertaking its own channels access. The layout was customizable. I just wish that giant and space at the top of the screen would be reworked and that space more user-friendly. While the software makes jumping between input sources slower than in previous LG OLED TVs I have mentioned. There's no question on the quality of the hardware here. With 4 HDMI 2.1 ports on the back, that's a key LG win because the company makes its own chips. Many competitors only offer 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, for example, which effectively limits the flagship capabilities from as many sources, especially as the ER port is typically used up by adding one of the best soundbars for LG TVs. Not so for the LG OLED G5. Paired with the Gen 2 AI processor, you have got 4K Dolby Vision at up to 144 Hz from any of those ports. 165 Hz is supported for non-DV via VRR. That 165 Hz support for PC gamers isn't something I have used, but it's the current highest standard a TV offers in 2025. I am already convinced the LG G5 could be the best gaming TV this year. The real reason you will want to buy the LG OLED G5, the picture quality is universally excellent for TV, cinema, and gaming. Sure, you can overcook things in the myriad settings on offer or go to town in the AI picture wiser to ill effect. But as there's a profile per source, you can tinker your set-top box from your gaming console, from your Blu-ray player, and have everything looking just perfect. The most apparent thing I've found since upgrading from one of the best Philips TVs is the LG's additional brightness. While many brands hum up the increase in brightness, sometimes the real world result, where it's not measured on a teeny window, is less prominent. But with the LG OLED G5, from the minute I have been watching, that added brightness has been almost painfully brilliant, but not with any of the backbreaking risk of a mini LED set. This is OLED after all, so each self-illuminating pixel gives perfect contrast, just as I found with the previous LG G4. A little tweaking to your preferences will squeeze even more picture quality delight out of the set. There are plenty of presets, of course, so you can quickly adapt for motion in sport, say, or keep those deeper, darker scene looks in movies using Cinema Pro or Filmmaker mode. Much as I love the punchy brightness, it's often in those darkened scenes when the LG G5 looks its utmost best. With Filmmaker mode now offering Dolby Vision but with ambient light correction, it adapts to ambient light in the room. I'm not sure it's truly the same mode anymore. I prefer sticking to the mode proper rather than letting the TV adapt to light levels. And what wonder there is in those super dark tones. This new panel offers perfect black tech, able to deliver black levels of just 0.24 nits in the context of over a 2500 nits peak, which gives the set so much dynamic range from top quality sources. There is also perfect color check to maintain more accurate realistic colors, whether at the darkest or brightest. LG's got its OLED down to an art from now. Ultimately, with clarity, brightness, color, depth, and realism that's hard to beat. The OLED G5 just does that with even greater brightness peaks without throwing off the nuance of black levels, which is so important for OLED. Well, the picture is out of this world good, however, the sound quality isn't up to the said standards, but who would be surprised by that, given the slender nature of this set, which is just a little washy. with a stand mount in place. For this review, I've got the ST G4 SN65 pedestal, as also fits the G4. There's only one height available, which gives just about enough space for a soundbar to sit in front without disrupting image quality. I'm not saying that LG hasn't improved sound generation over generation, as the LG G5 purports to deliver better controlled bass. Plus, there's an AI soundboard to enhance audio based on source, but it's still just some from our tele levels. Fortunately, LG makes some of the best soundbars, and if you're investing in a TV of this caliber, then you need to do yourself a service and ensure that sound is up to the mark. So finally, I want to say LG's flagship OLED always draws high praise from me. From TV doesn't get any better than this to a cinematic and gaming powerhouse. All of that still applies to the LG OLED G5, except it's now even better thanks to that brand new multi-layer OLED panel. Is it perfect? Well, the picture quality is approaching unbeatable with some minor caveats to the chosen processing. However, the biggest letdown from my point of view is the new remote's layout, making source input changes more challenging. Overall, LG's generational leap with the LG OLED G5 is mighty impressive. It proves that classic OLED is still relevant in a world of QD-OLED and mini LED. And for my money, the naturalistic pictures and unmatched black level control deliver pictures so sumptuous that I'm not sure they will be beaten this year. You can also consider other TVs like Samsung S95F, for example, is a QD-OLED option with a far better anti-reflection panel that will suit bright rooms better. Or the Panasonic Z95B uses the same panel with a more intelligent heatsink for brightness benefit and avoids the thin sound thanks to an integrated system. So it's a brilliant option. Or if you're sticking in LG's camp or set on an OLED, then there's the cost factor to consider. You can likely find a decent deal on an LG OLED G4, for example, which remains an incredible option with less annoying remote layout at present. Or the LG OLED C5, a brightness step down, might be the best OLED option for most people with still stellar image quality. So what's your thought about this newly released LG G5? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.